Hello and Assalamualaikum. Welcome to our podcast, and my name is Malaika Vakar, and today I'm your host. We have a very special guest today who is Miss Mavish Ahmed, and she will talk about the various opportunities that the youth can have in the property sector and about her business related to the property segment. So to start off, could you please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a bit about the background of the property business and आपको क्या ऐसी चीज़ थी उसके अंदर जो that drew you towards the property business?
My name is Mavish. I graduated from Lahore School of Economics. I started off 3 years ago. I started a property business, and when I started a property business, everybody kept on telling me different directions. You know, there are 101 different directions you can still be in real estate, and you can still take it. So I discussed with different people, and we are right now sitting in DHL Lahore. So in this area, 95% of the requirements were, and there was a big gap that females are coming all over from Pakistan, and they are not having accommodations. There are a lot of room. There was a big gap between the people who are living in DHA. They have spaces like 60%. We did a little survey, and we found out that 60% of the DHA homes, they have vacant spaces.
So can you please elaborate on this gap that you felt in this sector?
There was a big gap in this sector that 60% of the homes in DHL Lahore, they were underutilized. And then they all over from Pakistan, they were professionals, they were university students which were coming, and they were not finding any spaces. So we felt that we should focus on just one thing, and that was to provide safe accommodations to females. As you know that there are 101 different sectors in even beyond real estate. So we just wanted to pick this segment because nobody was doing anything about this problem.
For a lot of people who aren't aware of the property market in Lahore or any other property markets, so could you please provide an overview of its significance within the region?
This is property. We are sitting in DHL Lahore. DHL Lahore is one of the most talked about, most asked about, the in demand all over the world. Like overseas Pakistanis, overseas DHA is one of the safest and one of the most in demand, I would say, sector of all over property, generally speaking. So okay, so you asked about the significance. Yeah, okay, so to talk about the property management, there are 101 different directions you can go into. You can go commercial or farmhouses, factories, industrial, this and that. So if you have to kind of there are a lot of people who actually do internships with me, students to work, and when they come and they exactly don't know that which exactly segment they have to focus on. Even I didn't know. So we as a property management, generally speaking, you have to pick the area you have to work in.
I would like to ask you that whether it is important for the young entrepreneurs to have the skills of relationship building and networking in this field.
Relationship building and personal relationship development is the most important thing, and networking is the most important thing in this field. It's not what you know, it's who you know in this field. So it's all about that. It's simply that you keep on growing, developing, and nurturing these relationships, and this business is all about trust.
Thank you for the valuable insight that you provided. And is there any piece of advice that you would like to give our audience on to the young entrepreneurs who are interested in this field of property?
For young entrepreneurs, my biggest suggestion, advice would be to be very honest. This field really requires honesty because people have to trust you with their life-saving money. So of course they're not gonna trust you if you're being a little dishonest. So you have to be very honest. You have to be very, very knowledgeable about this field. You have to have a full knowledge about things. You have to be very clear about things. So a lot of times my advice to students and young entrepreneurs would be that they should if they are really interested into coming this field, that they should always tell the people as is. Like if there is a good thing about a certain product, just tell them. If there is something negative about a certain product, just tell them, because then that's how you can build rapport with people, and that's very important in property management and real estate.
Thank you for watching our podcast, and Allah Hafiz.